Biscuits, is it? Camp Primal time on Patreon? Yes, it is. Hop on over to Patreon for our month of Camp Primal content. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be goofy, manifesting, powerful inner being self-care with a fun little summer camp vibe. In fact, I'm filming several videos for it at my glamping farm day after tomorrow. Something like that. I can't remember what day it is anymore. We are heading out from our trip in Michigan, and I thought I would say, what are some things that I've discovered about Michigan? Ooh, you might say, what sort of stuff have you found? Here, I'm gonna put this down over here because it's hard to talk when you're holding the camera. Can you see me? Whoop. That's horrible. Hello, how are you doing? That's some really bad posture on my part. Apologies, Biscuits. You are resting on this air conditioner, but there you go. Okay, so food in Western Michigan compared to Washington. This is something I've been getting asked about on Instagram, and I don't feel like I can answer really properly because we've gone shopping a bunch, actually. Like, we spent so much time grocery shopping on this trip, but I've been shopping at like stores that I wouldn't normally shop at in my town. You're gonna laugh. The reason I don't shop at Walmart in my town is because it's like right next to this big giant drug-taking houseless people encampment. Like hundreds if not thousands, hundreds if not several thousand people are back there, and it's super dangerous. It has like drive-by shootings and stuff. So I've gone to that Walmart once in years, and it was just very sketchy and scary, so I don't go there. But our hotels, for the most part, have been near Walmarts. So that's just where we've been going. I did go to Costco, and I didn't film my Costco. I'm so sorry, Biscuits. I meant to film a Michigan Costco haul, and I did not get to it. I thought Costco had really similar products, because it's Costco, it's a national chain. But I did notice that they had good fruit, which is nice, that's tasty. I've noticed the local grocery stores I went into all had some kind of deal on some kind of good fruit, right, that you could find a good price on, which was very nice because we've been trying a lot of Michigan cherries. We bought a lot of strawberries. We were going to go strawberry picking actually, but it's super stormy today. Not super stormy, but like there's a storm blowing in, and so we just decided to skip it because it was a lot of driving, and we have to do a lot of driving to get to the airport, so we skipped it. We've been trying grapes. We didn't get any local raspberries because they aren't in season, but tasty. So far I approve of the grocery options. I feel like it's a little cheaper grocery shopping here. This is hard for me to measure because I'm buying random pre-made stuff because we don't have a kitchen, we're in hotels, we went camping. So I don't know, but to me it feels like looking at prices that stuff's maybe like 15 to 30% cheaper. Really depends on the thing too. Some stuff's the same price, right? But just like some things I notice are a little less here. Gas is less, so gas if you're driving. In general, Michigan has higher insurance rates than Washington State. Michigan has really high auto insurance rates like compared to the rest of the country. But gas here is like maybe $1 a gallon less, I would say, because Washington taxes the hecky poo out of gas and is trying to get everybody to go electric. In fact, they banned new gas for like heat pumps or stoves in the state. So that's going to be fun when the electrical grid fails because we aren't making the infrastructure for it. We're just forcing people to pay high prices for these things. So gas is cheaper, which has been nice because we've been driving all over as we explore Michigan. So much driving. Hi, my love. Okay. Are people friendlier here? So I'm gonna say yes. Gentlemen, dudes have opened the door for us, especially when I'm carrying a bunch of stuff or carrying pair, and just thought nothing of it. They were just like, okay, you know. You do not get that in Western Washington. Gentlemen will stomp over you to get into the store before you or hit you with their shopping cart, or you know. And it's just average. You can tell it doesn't even cross their mind this is odd. They just do it. Go in. They aren't paying attention to who you are. They're just like, oh, open the door for the lady. Oh, yeah, I don't want that. There. Which is hugely nice. People are chatty. In fact, I think I've become a little bit mean of a Washingtonian because I used to have more Midwest niceness. You know, my mother was born in Germany and my dad was born in Indiana. So I've always thought that I retained some of that Midwest niceness, along with the German coldness. It's a funny combo. Careful, that's gonna spill. But people are chatting to me and it makes me feel uncomfortable because people do not chat you up randomly just to talk in Western Washington. I don't think I've ever... Oh, quick diaper, okay. I honestly don't think... Okay. I honestly... Oh, you don't want a diaper. Oh, okay. No, I need these because I'm talking.
Nope.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to do this, biscuits. I honestly don't know that anybody's ever just chatted to me, just politely, just like, oh, what you doing? How's your, just passing time, like if you're waiting in line or something. And I think I was kind of standoffish and brutish. Several people have done this to me because I was so taken aback. I was like, are they trying to scam me? Are they trying to mug me? I think maybe they were just being polite. They're like, oh, you're a visitor? Oh, yeah. Western Washington does not welcome visitors. It is not nice to transplants. So I feel like if we move here, I think my children would be nicer and more pleasant because I think we've kind of just gotten used to not talking to people, which is a little horrifying. Obviously you talk to people but like you just small talk, chatting to people, you just don't do. So I think people are nicer so far. Now I don't know, obviously, deep relationships, but it's nice to live in a place where people are pleasant in a day-to-day passing. Even if it's not deep, it's just surface pleasantness, right? It makes life a little bit easier to go through. So I think Michigan wins by far. Oh, my poor back. When it comes to that, like without question. Well, Abraham's saving a butterfly outside because Pear has been manifesting butterflies this entire trip. Our whole family, little magical goddess dancing ladies that we are, love to manifest things. Careful, because there's no air holes in there. Did they let you bring them in?
I asked, and there's a butterfly on the way, and I asked for it, and he said yes.
Oh, okay. He asked the front desk lady if he could bring the butterfly in from the storm because we found it and it was all wet from the storm that's been blowing through. That's very sweet. The front desk lady at this hotel is so nice. We lost our key and she was just, again, just very pleasant and very nice. I appreciate that. Oh, careful, my love. So I think in livability, Michigan is really winning out, especially when you take into consideration cheaper gas, better prices, it feels like, on some foods that really do add up, that are things that we eat a lot more family activities out here. We have been so impressed with that. We even had time to take part in them, but we've been looking at them and seeing what's around. There's arcades and bounce places and bowling and pool centers and aquatic centers, campgrounds, nature areas, parks, great playgrounds. Like really, one of the things that kept us from moving to Florida was that the area we were looking at, it was designed for retirees. There were no good playgrounds. There was one good playground. It was half an hour away from where we were looking at to live. And it was such a bummer. Sorry, this is really loud. You're right by the air conditioner. I'm sorry I look so weird when I get up right now, but my back is out and I'm not joking about that. This area has really great playgrounds and splash pads, playgrounds on beaches and lakes. It's fantastic. My one complaint is lake beachside access is generally you have to pay for parking, so it is kind of more expensive. Washington has more public use spaces that you can get to without having to pay, although they're taking that away slowly but surely. I think if you live here and you have the passes, it's less. It's just day use, And a big one for us is how much more affordable real estate is. Our town, like the average price for a house is like $800,000. And that's a lot. And you can buy a house out here for under $300,000 and even under $200,000. And it's really hard to find places in the United States where you want to live, where that is. I'm trying to look at what's in the background. Is it too weird stuff? No, it's just on my left. It's like how messy is our hotel room is a little messy. Oh, 1 second. And that's huge for us because like our biggest cost where we are in Western Washington is just finding housing, I don't yet know about utilities, and that's going to be interesting to find out. Utilities are extremely expensive. My water bill in Washington is like $150, $200. No, yeah, $150 to $200 a month. My electricity is about the same. My gas is $100 to $200 a month when it's cold out, and because everything that my house is older, so it's still on gas. Although apparently I can't replace any of the gas stuff. I'm gonna have to like switch it over to electric. That's a pain. But haha, we're selling the house. So and garbage is a ton a month. So I'm really curious to see how the utilities even out here. And I haven't been able to find out yet because we haven't found like the township that we're gonna live in. But it's nice. It's a little bit stormier in a fun way. Where like you'll get a storm to blow in and then it'll be sunny. You'll get some cloud cover and then the weather will change. And whereas Western Washington is just 9 months of gray drizzle. It's really depressing. Oh, very beautiful. Oh, let me show you. Look at this gorgeous creation she made.
Mom, move.
I'll move in 1 second. So I think livability scale, Michigan's going way higher for us than Western Washington. I think Western Washington is an okay place to live if you have a lot of money.
Moving.
And you don't mind kind of social decay. You're just like, that's just the price of living in a liberal state is social decay. And you're okay with your kids witnessing that and being part of it. But I'm not okay with social decay. I want society to be better and more fantastic and take care of more people and progress and be wonderful and be a good community. And Michigan feels more like that. So livability, Michigan by far, I think. And we are going to come back out here when we can to try to keep house hunting and find a place. We've considered moving out here and doing a rental, but that process is so time consuming and difficult that we're just going to stay in Western Washington where we have more access to chicken sitters and stuff for when we travel, and then make our big move when we're really ready. And I don't know if that'll be in a month or 3 months or in the next year because inventory is so low right now. Thank you, my love, being covered in diapers. Abraham, do you have any votes on how livable Michigan you think is versus Washington? Do you want to come over here if you have something to say?
I think it's pretty livable.
Oh, he definitely wants out of there. He says he thinks it's pretty livable. Hey, but you can't keep him trapped. He's scared in there.
Pap.
You gotta at least let him like hang out on the lampshade.
What do you mean by rampage right now?
Well, let him see if he wants to fly out. This is drier in here, so he'll dry off faster. He's drying the moth wings. Well, let him fly around. I mean, they let you bring him in. He might just want to be there. See, like that. He might just want to stay right there, but just not be trapped, right? Then he's happy. Here, Biscuits, I'm going to show you this butterfly because you're going to be curious. You're going to be like, what's she talking about? She's a crazy woman. Well, that's Biscuits. If you're only now figuring that out, you clearly don't follow my Patreon page, but... Oh. Biscuits, could you tell me what kind of butterfly moth this is? I think it's a moth.
I think it is a moth because
he's drying his leaves. Look at that. Hi, little guy.
Really?
Oh, good. He couldn't fly outside. It was too windy and wet out. Oh, so your wings dried, little one. Yay. Oh, good job, little guy. Good job, Abraham.
You happy to rescue him?
Well, I'm a little worried about him being in the hotel room, but they said you could be, so there you go. All right, Biscuits. I am going to see you in the next video. Come join me for Camp Primal on Patreon. Come play on Instagram, and I will give Instagram updates on the butterfly.